friends, welcome to the all-Canadian Reptile Girl. I'm Annaliese, and I have a pretty solid left hook. Today's video is a head-to-head winner-take-all slugfest from the South Pacific. That's right, we are pitting Macklots pythons against carpet pythons to see which will emerge victorious as the better pet snake. It's gonna be a slobber knocker, folks. I'm no stranger to these one-on-one contests. You might not know this, but I spent a significant part of my youth, I'm still in my youth. The youther part of my youth was spent in an MMA gym. My dad was a fighter, coach, and trainer, and countless weekends I would go to the gym with him and color or play or hit bags or yell random inspiration while he ran a class, sparred, rolled, drilled, whatever. Once training was done, we'd go fishing. I have a lot of fond memories of watching people punch each other. And then go and sit in the river for an afternoon. Is that weird? Was I a weird child?
You still are.
Yeah. Anyway, I am very familiar on what needs to happen to ensure a fair but exciting fight. To be clear, my snakes are not actually going to be fighting here. I'd like to think that'd be obvious, but you know, some people are messed up. If you want to see my snakes fight, you should probably go to therapy. First, your contestants should be evenly matched. I think we've got that covered. Macklots pythons and carpet pythons are both South Pacific pythons found in Australia, Papua New Guinea, and Indonesia. Depending on the species of carpet python, there is some overlap of their range. They're of generally similar size and behavior. I think it's a fair match. The other important thing you need are rules. So here's how we're going to figure out which is the better pet snake. Aesthetics, what they look like. Which is the prettier snake? Are there different paint jobs you can get? Like that type of thing. Danger.
Whew. Danger, danger, danger. Unbelievable.
Well, okay, potential danger. What are you in for if things get really bad? Kind of important to know, right? Accessibility. How easy is it to get one? Care requirements. What do you need to do to successfully keep this animal with adequate enrichment, level of difficulty, cost, also important stuff, yeah? Interactivity. What is it like trying to build a relationship with your snake? How's their intelligence, temperament, physical size and strength, and how does that affect handling? All right, I think we're almost good to go. There's just one more thing we need, an impartial judge. That one is tough. I don't know if I can truly call myself impartial. I have both of these snakes. I love both of these snakes, but I do sort of have a favorite. Oh, I know. I'm sure there's an alternate version of me out there that doesn't have the same bias. Hang on. Where is my interdimensional phone book?
What?
My interdimensional phone book.
What does it look like?
Like a phone book! I know I left it here somewhere.
Is this it?
Oh, yeah, thanks. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Ew, no. That won't work. Oh, okay. 8063. There we go. Hi. Annaliese 4077, right? Filming Macklots python versus carpet python. Yep. Yeah, needed a version of yourself that's biased opposite to you. I thought of that too, but I somehow got a version of us that's like really into tarantulas. She was so weird. I'm good to help. What's first? Let's start with aesthetics.
Round 1. Fight.
I already mentioned that they are of similar size for the most part. Coastal carpet pythons can get significantly bigger than Macklots, but overall I think that there is enough of an overlap of average size across the 6 subspecies of carpet python and Macklots pythons to say that they're about the same size. Carpet pythons are a little bulkier. Yeah, maybe, but they're both pretty slender, medium-sized snakes. They're pretty close, right? Yeah, pretty close. On camera, Macklots pythons look a kind of drab, olive greenish brown color. They have a gorgeous pattern of freckles, and in full spectrum light, the iridophores in their scales give them an absolutely stunning iridescence. Shimmering in blues, pinks, and purples. They're just so cool. And their eyes have this like gray-blue color. They are the most gorgeous snake eyes I have ever seen. Yeah, Savu pythons have even cooler eyes. They're silver. They are really neat. Yeah, but that's a subspecies of Macklots python, so it still counts for me. Nice try. Okay, but what about options for a different look? Okay, yeah, that's fair. This is pretty much all there is to it. The other two subspecies look very similar, just smaller. I heard that someone somewhere has maybe bred an albino Macklots, but I've never actually seen one, and I don't know for sure. There aren't really any morphs or localities with these guys. This is just kind of what you get, but the camera does not do them justice. Macklots are gorgeous. Yeah, I guess. But carpet pythons are too. They have a beautiful contrasting pattern that varies depending on species. You've got jaggedy bands of ochre and black like Fingers, though he's in blue. He's a Darwin's carpet python, by the way. You've got diamond carpets with that speckly grayish diamond pattern. Some, like the jungle python's markings, can even be bright yellow. They can have greenish colors, browns, oranges. You've got options with just the normal carpet pythons in the various species. Then you've got morphs on top of that. Nowhere near the options that you have with ball pythons or retics, though. No, but there are still several morphs available across multiple species of carpet pythons. Albino, anery, xanthic, hypermelanistic. Those are cool, right? Depending on your preference, you've got lots of choice for the appearance you might want. They also have this really cool looking blocky head and dramatic heat pits, and it just gives them an awesomely fearsome appearance. What do you think? Well, personally, by the slimmest margin, I think that Macklots are the more attractive pet snake. But given the fact that you need to see them in person to truly appreciate, and the fact that you have so many more morphs, objectively, I think carpet pythons take the first round. Yes. What's next? Danger.
Round 2. Fight!
Well, neither snake species is really very dangerous. They aren't big or strong enough to be much of a threat from constriction in any meaningful way, really. I suppose if you let them wrap around tightly and just do nothing to stop it, it could be trouble. Yeah, Fingers was kind of trying to do that earlier, though I made sure he wasn't. So I guess maybe I'd say Hobbs is stronger than Fingers, you think? Yeah, but that's not unexpected. He's more than a foot longer and bigger around. But back when he was the size that Fingers is now, he was still stronger. Callie, my female, who is about the same size as Fingers, but a bit more slender, I would estimate is about the same strength. We agree that Macklots pythons with the edge on strength are the more dangerous of the two, right? They're stronger, but not in a way that makes them any more dangerous than carpet pythons. And that's just Fingers. Maybe coastal carpet pythons are way stronger. I think that both pose minimal threat with reasonable care, obviously, from constriction, and that's kind of a wash. So, we're left with teeths. Well, both have very sharp teeth, and if you take a solid bite from either, it's gonna hurt. That's true. But if we compare the teeth themselves, carpet pythons are longer, and that blocky head of theirs is a result of more powerful jaw muscles. I know. Now, snake jaw strength is not huge. They can't have all the flexibility they need to swallow huge meals. Video here. Oh, I'll give that a watch. I haven't done that one yet. I hope you like it. Anyway, they can't be as flexible as they are, and also have a huge bite force. It's one or the other. But between the two, carpet pythons are going to be able to bite harder, and with longer teeth, that bite is going to be worse. And I think you are probably more likely to take a bite from a carpet python too. Yeah, no one is dying from a bite from either of these. Maybe stitches at the worst. But I think you're right. A bite from a carpet python will probably be worse, meaning one could say that carpet pythons are the more dangerous out of the two. If we're judging for the better pet snake, I guess I can agree that this round goes to Macklots pythons. But how easy are they to find, huh? How accessible are they?
Round 3. Fight!
You can find them if you look. I mean, I've got two. Me too. Check Kijiji. How many Macklots are for sale across all of Canada? All right.
One eternity later.
There's one in Calgary. It says she's super sweet and loves cuddles. But pet stores, I mean, I got Hobbs and Fingers at the same pet store in Montreal, and, you can find them at expos. How many expos have you seen them at? Well, just one, the CRBE last fall. It was a baby. It bit me. You know how many expos I've seen carpet pythons at? All of them. Yeah, there are dozens on Kijiji. Most reptile shops will have them, or at least be able to get them in. It is way easier to get a carpet python, and generally speaking, for normal moths anyways, they're usually cheaper too. Here they are at least, yeah. So, yeah, fine. Carpet pythons win round 3. Next up is care requirements, right?
Round 4. Fight.
I'm feeling good about this one. You shouldn't be. You need basically the same setup for each. Big enclosure with lots of vertical space and things to climb, right? Lots of enrichment. They're smart snakes and need a lot of mental stimulation, right? Right. Heat and humidity aren't too challenging. Pretty easy for both, right? Well, not too bad. Some species of carpet pythons need it hotter and humid than others. You'll need to make sure you're researching in depth to make sure that you have the right setup for your particular species that you have. Oh, yeah, little extra work there, huh? Varying degrees of difficulty between the species? Yeah. Well, generally, there's just one species for these guys. Well, there are multiple species for them too. Well, yeah, but the other 2 subspecies have similar care and are really, really uncommon as pets. The vast majority of Macklots in the pet trade are these guys. Practically speaking, there's just one to worry about. Any species of carpet python can be pretty easily purchased. That accessibility one kinda biting you now, huh? Not only that, these guys live in a very broad range of ecosystems. Humid jungles, sure, lots of jungly areas, but grasslands, rocky cliffs, even semi-arid areas. They seem content in a pretty broad range of temps and humidity. Makes them a lot more forgiving in my opinion. Heck, let's tie it up for round 4. Yep, it all comes down to this round. Interactivity.
Final round. Fight.
So, every snake is unique, and what might be true overall may not apply to your particular snake. But as a general rule, both carpet pythons and Macklots pythons are considered a more intermediate pet, in large part because of their temperament. They are intelligent, active snakes, and with proper socialization, they are both great animals to spend time with, and building a trusting relationship with them is very rewarding. But it might take a bit of work. Oh, yeah, no, I 100% agree. But I think until tamed down, that carpet pythons tend to be a bit more defensive and more inclined to strike than a lot of pet snakes. And while it's not likely to cause a serious injury, they have some pretty impressive teeth, as we mentioned, and a solid bite is gonna kind of dampen your day. Yeah, I guess. Fingers is a good boy and has not been anyone, in my universe at least. He's a little twitchy and jumpy, especially when getting him out of his enclosure, more so when he's in blue. But once he's out and settled down, he's so much fun though. Your universe's guys have seen him in videos. He's very mischievous and almost playful. Sure, it takes him a little while to relax, but that is part of the fun. Is there any snake that you have that is more fun than Fingers? He is pretty fun, right? I get that sometimes he gets into things, but carpet pythons aren't so strong and stubborn that you couldn't manage if they get wrapped where you don't want them, and you can pretty easily unwrap them with only a little bit of effort. You do need to watch out for both ends though. They can stretch way out, like half of their body length, with ease, so if you're not careful, your carpet python could sneak into somewhere you don't want them to be or clear off a shelf or desk with a swipe of a tail. That same challenge is true of Macklots too, although with a more prehensile tail and, I admit, more intelligence, in my opinion at least, they are more adept at faking you out and causing mischief. Well, yeah, but honestly, when you're handling any snake, you need to be aware and pay attention at all times to make sure that they don't get into any trouble. So I think that's kind of a wash overall. In terms of size and strength and potential to give you a hard time, Macklots and carpet pythons are very similar. Like carpets, Macklots have a reputation for being a bit feisty, but unlike carpet pythons, in my experience, our experience, this is largely undeserved. Yeah, baby Macklots are notoriously bitey though. But they're babies! Most baby snakes are. I think that the adult's temperament is the more important factor, and this snake is... I know the expression is puppy dog tame, but puppies bite? I don't know. This snake is... Can a snake be zen? Sure. And it's not just Hobbs. Callie, my female, super friendly. Yennefer at Josh's Exquisite Serpents, super friendly. I've connected with several others on Instagram, Reddit, and YouTube sharing the same kind of experience. Even Calgary, Macklots there. Super sweet, loves cuddles. If you give these guys enough enrichment and new experiences, they are amazing, and Hobbs is a perfect example. I would hand Hobbs over to a child at an educational program without any hesitation. I have full confidence that Hobbs will be great and that that kid is going to have an amazing experience. Would you do that with fingers? No. I have a lot of snakes across many species and I love them all, and often for different reasons. Hobbs is like no snake I've ever spent time with. He is so calm and inside his enclosure or out. He is curious in a way that none of my other snakes are. Oh, hi. Sorry. Hi. Hi, baby. And none communicate with us the way he does. And I'm not talking about just reading body language. He knocks on his glass to get attention when he wants to come out. He knows where the 3 latches are on his door and repeatedly boops at the glass at those spots to encourage you and guide you to open the door and let him out. But not necessarily out. Sometimes he just wants us at his enclosure while he just kind of hangs. Does your Hobbs do this? Yeah. You open the door, he comes out a bit and rests his head in your hand or in your lap if you're sitting down and just relaxes. He's half in his enclosure and half out, but you can't go anywhere because he's comfy. Yeah, mine does that too. He's worse than Kate. Who's Kate? One of my 2 cats, Kate and Leroy? You don't have them in this universe? Beckett and Oscar? Kate and Leroy? Oh, that's funny. We named them after the same character, just opposite first and last name. Anyway, you're gonna tell me that when Hobbs does that and cuddles with you like that, it doesn't give you a big old warm feeling in your heart? Yeah, it does. It's pretty awesome. There's more. Outside in the summer, he loves exploring in the yard, and more often than not, he will follow me or my mom or my dad, usually my dad, he's actually Hobbs's favorite, around the backyard, and it's hard not to equate this kind of consistent behavior with some kind of affection. Callie is not quite as eager to spend time with her people. She has had almost 2 less years with us than Hobbs has, but is just as sweet and even-tempered. Macklots pythons, at least mine, seem to work things out and seem to understand how things relate differently than other snakes. I don't know that Hobbs is typical of Macklots. In my opinion, Hobbs is a very special snake, and your Macklots might not be like he is, but I think he shows us the potential that these guys have. I think Macklots are a clear winner for round 5. Fine. So where does that leave us?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision.
Okay, so carpet pythons get the win pretty handily on aesthetics and on availability. And Macklots python won on the danger, care, and interactivity rounds. So looks like Macklots take the win 3-2. Good match. This was really fun. I like this universe. I see a lot fewer burrowing brainworms here. I'm happy to come back and help anytime you do one of these. Yeah, I'll take you up on that. Thank you so much for helping, and ooh, there's your ride home. Wait, did you say fewer burrowing brainworms? Yeah. Bye. Okay, that was fun, right? What do you think of this matchup? How would you have scored it? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Now, please remember, what makes the better pet snake, in my opinion, does not mean it is necessarily the best snake for you. This is based on my experiences. Both Macklots pythons and carpet pythons are amazing and rewarding pets. As long as you've done your research and provide the right care, you can't go wrong with either of these awesome snakes. They are both so incredible. Also incredible are my friends on Patreon, who help make it possible for me to do all of this. Make fun videos, cool upgrades for my scaly friends, the whole bit. My patrons are awesome, and as a small thank you from me, they get early access to my videos, extended blooper reels, behind the scenes stuff that no one else gets to see, and a bunch more. If you are interested in getting some cool extras, head on over to patreon.com/allcanadianreptilegirl. And a big thanks to Annaliese 8063 for helping me out today. And until next time, remember to nurture all nature. Bye. Hi, yes, I would prefer you be in frame. Oh, I'm getting a hug. done, squeezy boy? Okay. Hi, friends. Well, so Fingers is your favorite. I mean, sure, I love Hobbs, but my version of Fingers can pick winning lottery numbers.
Seriously?
Oh yeah. I bought a jetpack on his last picks.
So what's that like?
It kind of hurts when you fly in the rain. We haven't invented goggles over there yet.
So what did you name Goggles?
Who's Goggles? Our scaleless corn snake? Oh, Bubbles.
Bubbles?
I have full
Macklots
confidence
pythons
that
win
Hobbs
round
would give
3.
that
No-
kid
Yep.
a great
Carpet
experience. No, I'm saying things wrong.
Shh,